Alpha Bravo A, America, Brazil Tango, Roger. Okay, Alpha Bravo A, Kilo Tango, 59. Okay, only Kilo Tango, race on up in the day. And Alpha Oscar, 3 India, Alpha, Radio United.
I am checking. Kindly wait.
The negative
I have the information you require.
Radio United, Yaru.
This constitutes all available data.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question.
QSL,
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
That is better. Our relationship will be best served if your statements are free of ambiguity.
I have the information you require.
Of course I promptly switched on. Having to press the activator button, what else would you expect?
The computer converts these numbers into impulses that cause sound waves to come directly from a loudspeaker.
Radio United.
Good morning. Welcome to an impromptu one.
CQ20, Alpha Oscar 3,
Alright, let's get on with it. What's it doing up there?
Alpha Romeo Uniform.
I'm on the wrong one. There you go. How you doing? Right. Okay, let's just get on with it. So today we're going to do a tube clamp. See what I can do with the tube clamps, because I need some tube clamps. So we're going to alter the design somewhat to make it adjustable. Let's get on with it. Let's just check we've got some audio. We've got some audio, right, okay. So there's the tube clamp. I botched together a little design, if that's what you can call it, just something to be a placeholder. So what we'll do is we'll take this design, and to make it a bit easier I'll open a new instance of SketchUp. Just makes a bit of sense to do that, it's rather than struggle with the weight of the model in the background. So we'll do that. Well, it'll be a short one today, because short one today, as on account as it's Saturday morning, and we go out on a Saturday morning. So what I want to do is load up one I've already done the design for. Right, so we'll do we'll load up this one. Reason being, it's got all the right settings in it as well. So I've already gone ahead and done that one. So I'm going to save this as, and stepper motor, right. So this is going to be called tube clamps adjustable. Okay, so take rid of that, get rid of that. It's the plastics. It won't be 6mm clear, it'll be something else. Probably 15mm. 15mm, or I'll tell you what, let's make it out of 6mm. I've got an idea. Right, I've got an idea. So first thing we do is delete all this and paste in place. Shouldn't have pasted in place. So what we'll do, we'll grab this, bring it down here to work on it. Look at it straight on or ISO. I'll just bring that down here. Okay, so we're going to break it into 2 bits. So this won't be the G code, this will be the redesign. So let's just put it into ability to redesign it. It will end up being the G code, but so what I'll do for the minute, I'm going to get rid of the lines because we don't want to see any lines, and I'll turn it round. Well, it can just stay like that, I suppose. So I'll just move that to the corner like that. Hide our axes. Okay, so we're going to start with this. We've already got, this is just the building blocks for our design. Now, I think I can either make it similar to the idea of sandwiching it. Let's see what we can do with it. At the minute it's too wide. It's probably 20mm wide, I think. Yeah. I don't have any 20mm plastic, but I have some probably 10mm. Not white nylon, which is not bad. It's nice and soft. It's not a hard plastic. So, anyway, I think we'll change it to white. Let's change it now to white. Let's change the design to a white, milky. We've got a synthetic surface. Light quartz grey. What's that like? Yeah. Actually, I don't, oh yeah, that's okay to do that. Yeah. Actually, how did I get that? How did I suddenly? Right. Don't know. I seem to have it all selected at first, so we'll have it white nylon. Hopefully we can see it like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks better. I can maybe, unless it disappears into the background once I've finished painting it. Let's paint the bottoms. Is it going to disappear into oblivion when I click out? No. Right, okay. That's alright. I like that. So, yeah. Right, let's do the bottom one. So yeah, oh that's it. Selects everything, all the edges as well. Don't want that. I'll end up having no outline on it. So I've got a nylon, something like milky nylon. I'm pretty sure I've got a bit of that material left. Anyway, Friday night we had a bit of a stream last night. Bit of celebration on it. Celebrating. Don't want to make too big a deal of it. It's nothing big a deal. But I think it's tradition to mark certain milestones with YouTube channels. They mark the milestones and maybe look back on it in better times or future times. Okay, so we seem to have everything covered there now. Okay, so this is our building block. So it looks like we've got two separate things, so we need to continue to model this. This is our constrained, so we're constrained by the size of the tube, we're constrained by the height, which we can't change. Now we can alter the position of these clips and adjusters, so we might have to have two different ways of adjusting this, because there will be two clamps ultimately. One, as you can see, over on the model. We've got one there on the tube and one over there. Just like that. I didn't really like the idea of them sticking out the sides. If they could stick up, I don't mind one sticking at the top. And obviously you need to join it up whether they latch in together. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. When I mill them out, because I'm not gonna. I was gonna 3D print them, but I haven't set the 3D printer up. I know what I've got a known work path with the CNC and milling out the plastic. So it wouldn't be nice if we could hook that through. If this one could be milled to hook through this one. So you bolt, yeah, because we need to bolt. We need to bolt it. There's a hole there. It needs to be bolted down to the. You can't see it from this one. Hang on a minute. So it bolts down to the. Oh, some good news as well. Bolts down to there with a T-nut. Yeah, simple as that. So some good news as well. I don't know if they've cancelled the metal from eBay yet. I don't care about that really. But I ordered some off Amazon, Rainforest. Anyway, said it was going to come Sunday. It's now saying it's going to come today. So that is good news. I think it says today. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. So by Sunday it'll have all the bits to be able to get on with it, basically. So I'm going to take today's opportunity to create the plastics and the tube clamps and the end. These plastics here. We've already got those ready to be milled out, all G-code up and everything. So initially I thought, we don't need adjustable clamps because once it's set, it's set. I mean, really, you could adjust. You can adjust. I don't suppose you can adjust it now. Actually, no. No, you can't really adjust. The way I've done it now, there is no real adjustment apart from any wiggle room that's in there. The only adjustment you've got is lateral, so you keep one end fixed and move the one end up and down like that. But I'd rather keep everything parallel as best I can. So anyway, we're going to introduce some kind of adjustment. I don't know what. I ain't got a clue what. So it might consist of might consist of some kind of elongated hole here. You put your fixing through, then a screw adjustment that you tighten that moves this that way. So you need one-way motion on one and some kind of up-down motion on another. Now up-down motion, not as easy as it sounds. Anyway, any clamp will be better than no clamp at the minute. So any clamp at all get us started. I won't be putting that tube on anytime soon. As in, I'll be taking my time to line everything up properly, and to that end, I do need a set square. I don't actually have a set square, so I'm gonna have to go and get a set square. Yeah, so somehow grab a nice quality set square from one of the shops. I've got clamps, I don't have a set square. But to be fair, once you clamp the stuff together, hopefully if it's cut right, it'll clamp itself square. That's the idea. But it does need to be checked. Anyway, let's get on with this clamp thing. Design, right. So we've got it here. What I'll do is when I've finished modding this, I'll put it back into the model. So, okay, so we don't like the idea of this anymore. Reduce fixing. So how can we design this? So it needs to hook into this, so that end will have to come out and under and hook. So let's just do that. So this will be fixed. You bolt this down first. So you bolt this down to the runner first, and then you take this piece and you hook that in, and then you just fold it over the tube and then tighten it there with a nut and bolt. And that's it. So, and also that'll have the added bonus of getting rid of this away from. It'll get this thing from sticking out a bit here. It gets close to this. When the carriage moves over, stepper motor gets close. So, and I'm probably thinking if I was to do that, if I was to get that flush over this way, line with that, I might be able to increase the bed size a little bit, maybe get another 10 or 15 mil out of the cutting area, maybe, worth an idea. Anyway, let's just get on with that then. Six miles south of Helston. I went there on holiday in Cornwall, south coast of Cornwall. It's coming out, went pretty well. Right, so let's redesign this then. So I think we'll do the bottom one first. Now it's 20 mil wide. Okay, so if we do it out of 6 mil, 3 lots of 6 mil, so it needs to be 18 mil. So let's can we do that? Let me just think. Well, I'll probably glue it, acrylic cement it, and we'll have grooves, I think. Yes. So we split it into 2 basically. So it'll probably occupy only. I've done the similar thing with the case. If I create another instance of this, I could have a look at the way that it worked on the case. Okay. So Amiga, there it is. Just got 3 instances of this running now. It's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, so it worked on the case, so let's have a look at this case. So basically what I did was this, milled out one half of it and the other half, and made a pocket that the bolt, the screw and the nut could go in, and it holds the 2 together. Now that was before I glued it, and it worked out okay. So the next thing, I glued the keyboard. The keyboard here I made out of 2, you can't see it here, but 2 sections, 2 bits of wedges. And so you can put a nut through without having to take it and manually drill a hole. That's what I'm saying. So it turns out something like this. You can brace 2 bits together and create a panel. Anyway, let's close that down. Oh, so what, we'll leave that running for a bit. So if I make it 2 lots of 6 mil the same, then we'll reduce the size of the, I think it'll work. They're M4 pins, so we'd have to make it for M5 pins. So what we're going to do then is somehow split this into 2. Alright, so we can do that now by basically putting a parallel projection on it, looking at it from above. Just make sure I'm the right way up. Yes, I am. So look at it from above, and if I select don't know if I can do this now. So oh, what happened? Oh, I've come out of it, haven't I? Hang on. I'm looking at the top piece. Oh. do the bottom bit first. So let's have a think. So I've got to turn this into square because I can't mill round. Well, I could, but I don't want to do mill round. So let's square this off. I can probably square it off in 3D. Let's do it in 3D. Right, so we've got a flat square there already. Well, that's good, already good. So, what width have we got on this? Let's have a look. 11 mil, that's plenty. So if I put, if I just draw around this, just convert it into that, then what we're going to do now, we're going to make that, still need to lose the nut, so we'll push that down to there. Okay, so we've got it down to there. We need to lose this circle. And we can lose these bits of geometry now out the way. We will split this up in a minute actually as well into two. Right, it makes it easier when it's not a round circle, it makes it easy to split it into two. So we also need to do the same here. What size is this? 5 mil. That's fine. Let's put a square around it. Do the same again. Make it into a square. And then we can get rid of this stuff as well. So we're going to make it out of 2 bits of plastic. And the only thing is but we all like flat, and we might be able to do, once it's flat we can carve, we can do the channels in it we want. So that's still got the same capability. Let me just measure what that is there. 5 mil, and we've got 7 mil. So I think we need that much for the cap head bolt to disappear in. So I'll keep it like that. And we've got, what's this one? Did I say 6 mil or 7 mil? 5 mil. So I'll tell you what, we'll make that, it's going to be 2 halves anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're not going to over tighten it, but I think we'll go a bit further, a bit higher. Yeah. So, what's the size? Let's try and go halfway. 12.9. I'll tell you what, at least make it 6 mil. So we've got 6 mil depth on it, so yeah, that gives us what there, 6 point something, that'll do. Right, so we've got, that's better. Right, so we've got that there. Now this bottom bit, the width was 40 mil, just to spread the load across the member. But if we have it offset, then one bit will stick out, so I don't know if we need to do that. What's the width across here? 30 mil. So ideally it'll fit on a 20 mil thing and not stick out too far. Yeah, that should be enough. So let's just do that. Where is 20 mil? Let's have a look. Let's get the centre. Let's do 10 mil this way. 10 mil that way. So it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, it's not too bad. Now what I'll need to do is extend the tube around a bit if I start doing that. So what I need is some kind of curve. Some kind of curve there. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Right. And then we can basically draw somehow need to, yeah. We draw a line here. Up to there and up to there. And from there to there to there. Then we can push this out. Okay. And then that means we can get rid of this now. And these. So we've got 40 and then 20. We can get rid of these as well. Get rid of the centre line, of course. Right, so we've changed it a little bit. We've kept our height though. We've kept our tube inner OD, inner size of this, the ID. Okay, so that's good so far, but we need to reduce that down. So let's bring that down to there. That's it, makes it more space for our adjustable end. Now we can get rid of this as well. So basically this is wide enough to sit on a single 2020 aluminium. Okay, now the other thing, it's too wide. I need to make it out of 6mm, this acrylic or plastic. So we need to reduce the width now. So it's 20mm. Okay, so we need to come back down by 4mm a side. Come in by 4mm a side. And also need to, this area is too big now. Let's have a look. What area have we got here? 11mm. So we only want an M5 fixing. And the cap head bolts, we need to find out the size, the proper width size of the cap head bolt. Let's just measure one of these existing ones. So it's 7.6. So if we say 8mm, we allow 8mm. So what have we actually got? 11mm. So we can shrink that down a bit. The easiest way to do it is just to bring it up to there. And we're 11mm. So we can either step it like this. 11 minus, so we want it 8mm. So 3mm. Is it 3mm? 1. Yeah, 3mm. No, what happened there? 3mm. No, oh, it must be there. Must be bang on. So that's 3mm there. Oh yeah, that's the 3mm. So that only gives us 5mm, so that's not right. So I need to take a bit off each side, so it needs to be 1.5mm, of course. 1.5mm. And then that should be our 8mm for the head, yeah. So now get rid of this one. And we need to drop this down by, we said, what is the size of this? Let's have a look. 12.19. Tell you what, let's make it easier for ourselves. Let's go 0.19. 0.19. And then we'll put that down by 6mm. So we've got 6mm and we've got 6mm to lose the, we've got to lose the head. Right, head of the cap head screw. And I don't think it's 6 mil. Let's have a look. Pick up to measure. So it's 5.19. So yeah, it's 5. So you should be able to lose the cap head bolt. Plus it's already got another 1 mil there. So your cap head bolt will come to about there. So you've got 1 mil there, plus you've got 2 mil clearance. So that's fine. So we'll have that there. Right. Yeah. So now we need to split this into 2, but we've still got to sort out these. So one of these will be, let me just find out where the front is. Okay, so this is the front. The side with the meters on it. Yeah. So right, let's just go back in. So that is the front. So that's the bit we'll have a screw on. So the back bit needs to be the bit that has got the slot. So let's first make the screw part. Let's get rid of this screw part here. Let's turn that into a square. Let's turn that into a square. Same idea. Just makes it easier to mill. Just haven't got to bother trying to create. Anyway, this idea works. I've tried it on, and you can glue it together, bind it together with glue, so it's really good. So this hole now should just be 5 mil. Yeah, 5 mil by 5 mil. Now it's a bit thin on the end, 2 mil. So we'll have to sort that out, but that's okay. I mean, yes, it could go over a bit. Look, because yeah, we've got to have room for the nut though, so it's got to stay where it is at the minute. Stay where it is at the minute, right? Okay. We need a bit more meat on that, so we might have to do something with that. But leave it like that for now. Right, so now then there's the back bit that needs to have the other piece slide into it. So let's just get rid of this hole altogether. Make sure we haven't selected any of the bottom piece. No, we haven't. So just delete that hole out of there. Let's put some measurements on it. So we've got, now we're too big still. That's the problem. We need to do it, we need to come down to 12 mil. So let's do that first to those lines there. So we need to lose the sides down by 4 mil each. Turn it round. 4 mil. Right, now we can lose the construction lines because we didn't really need them anyway. Right, so we've got that, and it's still one piece. It's going to be 2 pieces glued together. So we've still got some meat there for our bolts, so that's fine. Yeah, so we're okay. That's the screw, nut, M5 cap head and lock nut for adjusting it. Now this bit, this needs to have a hole in it for the other bit to glide in. Well, it's made, imagine we're going to cut it, mill it down from this side. This will be laid flat. So let's just create this other hole here. Now it needs to be whatever it can get out of it. If you do the geometry right and you tighten it up, don't over tighten it, it'll be fine. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got, there's no nut got to go on this bit, by the way. So 9mm by 12mm. So if I say, if I come in 9mm, what's that like? Yeah, that's it. So we can do that, and if I draw a line, a temporary line there, and step it in 2mm, 2mm. Right, so we've got a 2mm thing all the way around it. Yeah, okay, now we can get rid of the line and the geometry. Right, so we'll push that through, all the way through there, that's it. So we've got this thing that we're going to push, and we can do it at an angle as well. We can do it, we can bevel it a little bit so it's not a harsh thing. We'll leave it as it is for now though. Let's do a save on it. Right, so now we need to split this into two. So how we split that into two is look at it from above, take the parallel, go into parallel projection. Now we need to select, need to draw a line down it really. I'll tell you what we do. How do we do this? Yeah, this is awkward. So, is there a way of looking at it from the side? No. Above, or yeah, there's no real way of doing it. So let's select it. Tell you what, let's put a line on it first. Halfway. Then we'll try and, I don't know if we can select, you can't just select that. It's just going to select the one side, isn't it? With the geometry. So, that's an interesting one. Never had to do that before. So, what can we do? I don't know. Let's have a look. Don't know what we can do here. Unless we just design it from the offset. Right, so we've got two. Actually, we've got two 12mm. Yeah. Let's just split it. So we know we can do that. No, that's the wrong thing. We know we can do stuff like this. This is what we can do, partially. We can do partially split it. Oh, hang on. So we can actually split it. Sort of. Yeah, we can start splitting it. It's sort of splitting it apart from the curve. Right, let's keep going. So we're trying to split it into two. We can get so far down it. Right, so we've got it split into two, sort of. Oh, there's another bit we can do there. Right, so we've got, this is the general idea. So what we could do is, have we finished? Not quite finished, look, there's some more in here. Yeah, so we can keep going like this. This is one way of doing it. Right, so we've got all them covered, yeah. We've got our split there and there. and across there. Yeah, and we're all split. I'm running out of real estate here. Yeah, that's okay. Right, okay. Let me have a sip of this. No, it's not an episode of the Time Tunnel. It's yeah, the Time Tunnel. Here we go. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So trying to split it into two. You'll see why in a bit. There's some more to do here. My God, my throat is a bit groggy this morning. Right, keep on splitting it. Got to make it into 2 bits and glue it. Whether I use super glue or acrylic cement. Super glue is cheaper. Acrylic cement is better. So what do? Probably get some acrylic cement. So nearly finished cutting this up into 2 parts. Nearly. Okay, so let's have a look underneath. Oh, there's always a bit more you think you finished when you haven't. Let's just have a look round it. Excuse me, yeah, that's done. So we've got one for a bolt and one for a plastic clip to go through. Right, that's good. So in reality, we don't get sharp things on a CNC like that. So what we'll do is sort that out next, and we don't want this sharp bit here really. So what we'll do is, yeah, well, we might want it. We'll leave it as it is. The milling bit will just do whatever it has to do. That's fine, as long as we can get some clearance and the head can drop in there, that's fine. Right, so we need to split. So we need to grab this now and copy it and move it over halfway. Well, that's automatically chose the halfway point for us. That's pretty good. And again, so we're almost split. Seem to have an extra line there that we didn't have before. Why is that? Don't know. What happens if we delete it? Not a good idea. So I think you can clean the model up, but I'll leave it alone. Right, so we want another one of these. Oh, it's split it up, hasn't it? Is there no way to get rid of that? Oh well. So that's it, put that there. Oh, I think now, can we get rid of it now? Or no, still a problem. So why is that out? Why is that there when they didn't have one there? It's crazy. Right, let's just do this. Oh, it is there, but it's just not visible. Let's do it from here. Right, so I think we've effectively split it up into 2 now. Effectively. So, excuse me. So if we look at it from above, go back into parallel projection, let's just save it. We might be able to select half of it now. Yeah. And we'll copy it. We'll move it out 10 mil. Right. Actually, we only want, yeah, we need 2 separate halves. Right. So we don't need that, that, and that, and that, and that. We don't need that, and that, and that, and that, and that, that. Don't need that. And didn't get all of that, so that's fine. So we'll cut that out of there. Come out and we'll paste it in place, and we'll make it a component or a group. We'll group it. Right, we'll move it over another 10mm to keep it clear. Right, so we've got, let's have a quick look at it and make sure we haven't inadvertently, yeah, we've lost some surface off it. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at that, get the surface back on it. Yeah, so all we've got to do is put some lines back, maybe. Let's try it a straight line. Okay, that's got that one back. Do the same this side, maybe. Yeah, and possibly the bottom. Oh yeah, it's missing that corner, look. So we've got that one back, but we need to get rid of one line, which will delete both, but then it should put it all back. No. No. So take the side off there. Ah, so it's not having it, is it? Why not, you ask yourself? I don't know. Let's take a line off there. Still no good. Right, let's cheat. Right, so strange goings on. Can we delete that one? No. So the old SketchUp's got weird stuff happening to it. The easiest way is just to draw in stuff. There you go. And can we delete? Yeah. No. So something's not quite right. What is not quite right? Why won't it let me do? Oh, we seem to have a mistake here. Look at that. See that? We have a little mistake. One of these geometries is wrong. Let's find out which one is wrong. Let's have a look. Which one is it? The top one or the bottom? So the bottom one is wrong. So I'm going to have a cough. Right, so let's sort this out. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this, but right, let's just do a bit of undoing. Let's put it in perspective. Can't work it out. Right, so if I do a rectangle, which one's it wanted to go to? The top one. Right, so that's why then. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. Not quite sure what is going on. 9mm. 9.3. Shame. Something was wrong with the model. Okay. That's a shame. Don't know what happened. Somewhere it went a bit of a drift. Where? How do we fix it? I have no idea. Let's just make sure it's not something we've done recently. .3 that side. .3 that side. So we basically messed it up. Somehow we messed it up. So what we'll do, easiest thing to do, is just get rid of the mistake. Just get rid of that and go back into the model. Right, look at it from above. Let's try again. Don't quite know what happened, but anyway, let's try it again. So we'll select all that. We'll copy it. We'll cut it. No, we'll copy it. Yeah, we'll come out of it. We'll paste it in place. Then we'll move it out. Move it out 20mm. And we'll do some measurements before we do anything else. .03. 9.03, so far so good. 9.03. 9mm. So there's something not right. Something not right with the model. Speed. How can there be some? Oh, the inner dimension's wrong. Yeah, you can see it here. See that? I think. I don't get it. Anyway, we know which bit's wrong. So we're going to cut that. Cut it. Paste it in place, make it a component, go in and repair it. Yeah, I've got to go in a minute, we're going shopping, so this is going to have to be, I was hoping to get this done, but it's not going to happen till later on, till I get back. Alright, so, tell you what we'll do. Which end is the one that's not right side? It's that one. So we'll get rid of this corner and that. Let's put in. It's hard to see like this, especially when I'm in this weird mode. Let's go in perspective, much better in perspective. So if I grab this corner and then pretend to come in at an angle, it's no good. I'm at the wrong angle to do things like that. So try again. Let's measure it now. What have we got? 9.3, that's it. That's what we want. So that was a little problem. Don't ask me where the problem was. So I should be able to get rid of that one, put it back, and it should all come back, should it? Yes.
90 GBA, 90 GBA.
Okay, so that's what we want. So anyway, because we got half of it, because we got half of it now, all we got to do is flip it to get the other half, and we can actually put our adjustment hole in as well. So that's our clip side of it. This is our screw side. Now we need to put an adjuster screw in here. Now I don't know what the adjuster screw is going to do. Oh yeah, because we want an elongated hole, so we'll be able to adjust the lateral motion on it. So to that effect, we want to probably push that to there, so we've got quite a bit of movement on it. So let's push that over to there and this way. This might prove to be silly what I've just done, but anyway. Right, so all we need to do now is work out the height of our slot. So we've got 9mm. If I say 9mm, yeah, 9mm, so half a 9mm, 4.5, and we're going this way, 2.5, this way 2.5. So draw a line from there to there, from there to there, and there to there. Well, that didn't work out right. Get rid of the lines. So get this done now. Got to go in a minute. Shopping time. Right, so we've got that there. And we want to be able to, we want 2.5mm drop on it, so we can get a M5 bolt in. That's just happened to be 2.5mm. That's good. So we drop that down to there. We can get rid of that and that line there. Okay. So now what we don't want this done. We only wanted to screw this in and adjust this pin out, push against the pin, so it needs to be tapped. So that's what we've done is not quite right. Need a channel, but it needs to be tapped, or somehow be able to screw the cap head bolt against the pin that bolts it down to slide the mechanism back and forth. Or we could do that with an encapsulated nut here, but then we've got to miss the pin going down. Anyway, that's going to have to be it for now. We carry on this afternoon, but you got the idea basically. So what I'd have is I'd have another one of these. Let's move it out another few mil. That's another 20mm. We'll copy this. Copy it 6mm forward, and we'll flip it. Flip along. I'll try the red one. Yeah. So basically, you've got the other side of the shell. You can put your M5 cap head through there. Then you got your slot, and you've got your shoulder for your cap head bolt to bolt down, or your nut to bolt down to your T nut into the slot. You've got somewhere for some adjustment to go. There's more work to be done in here to make it work. But anyway, we'll leave it at that for now, and we'll have to alter the top to make another 2 pieces for the top, the same that end, but with a tongue on it, or an extremity that goes down and clips under. So you put it in. So basically what you'd do is you'd put it in at that angle, you'd slot it in, and then you'd move it down and then bolt it. So you've got adjustment that way, and then you'd have adjustment this way. Oh, hang on. Let's put the two together. Once you adjust this screw, you'll be able to adjust the movement this way as well. The only movement you haven't got, so you can clamp it and you can move it that way, but you haven't got an up-down movement on this one. So there's side-to-side movement, but we've got to make 2 clips. So one will be, oh no, wrong model. So the tube will have 2 clips. One will go side to side. You've got the clamp that clamps it to the tube, and then you've got your side to side. So we're gonna have to do something different on this one, and up and down. So I don't know what that'll be, or maybe to see how we get on. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Okay, let's go back to the thing. So yeah, we'll carry on with this later, but I've done similar stuff, and you basically bond these two together with either acrylic cement or spots of super glue, and when you push them together, because these are the shiny surfaces of a sheet of 6mm clear acrylic, and I'll probably make it out of some nylon to tell you the truth, but anyway, it'll be the same idea, and just glue it together, and then you can encapsulate your nut and everything else. So right, we'll have to carry on later on. So thanks for watching. I'll give you a quick thank you for anyone else watching who didn't see it. I promise I won't keep doing it. Probably just be this time and maybe later on today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again in a bit.
Join me in celebrating 200 amazing subscribers on my channel. Thank you for being a part of the Half Greek Geek community. Your support means the world to me. Check out my adventurous K40 Laser series. Here's to more great content ahead. Let's continue this amazing journey together. Here's to the next milestone.
The most logical course of action is to transport me to safety with all due urgency.
Later on.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question. You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
That is better. Our relationship will be best served if your statement...
En er zijn 11 stations wereldwijd actief met display.